Hello DLX Fit, this is your daily warm-up. So we're going to start 3 minutes of jumping jacks. We'll go for 3 minutes, get our heart rates up. After 3 minutes, we're going to move on to 15 squat therapies, get those squats warmed up, work our range of motion, and we'll finish with 3 rounds of 5 reps of hollow rocks and dips. And we'll go over those movements right now. We're going to start with our 3 minutes of jumping jacks. So, feet are going wide, hands should touch overhead. Continue on for 3 minutes. If you need to, take a break every 30 seconds or so, shake out your arms, and then continue for 3 minutes. So, immediately after, catch your breath, grab a sip of water, whatever you need to do. We're going to move on to squat therapy. So for squat therapy, you're going to get a little intimate with the wall. Don't be shy though. This will help improve your squat a ton over time. So all we're doing with squat therapy is I'm going to start a distance from the wall that I can squat through my full range of motion. So for me, it's all the way down, my hips go below your knees. If you have low back issues, if you just can't get below your hips below your knees yet, no big deal. Just work to as deep as you can go while maintaining this nice lumbar curve. As soon as you start to round over here or come up onto your toes, as soon as the form breaks down, call that your limit of your range of motion, and that's what we're going to work through. So for me, I'm going to start hands up for squat therapy. Hands stay up. I'm going to squat. Okay, no big deal. Let's take another step closer. Squat, step closer, squat. The goal is to get as close as you can without touching the wall. So as soon as I get close, oh, I'm starting to touch right there. So that's kind of my sticking point. Once you find that sticking point, we'll keep working up to a total of 15 reps. So count your first 3 or 4 and then work as close as you can to the wall, really forcing yourself to have a very upright torso. Maintaining that lumbar curve, weight is on the heels, and our feet are about shoulder width apart, with our toes slightly open in our stance.
For the air squat, as you can see here, the knees are tracking out over the feet. The weight is on the heels and the toes are slightly open. And for the squat therapy, your hands are going to be overhead. It's going to help prevent the torso from tipping forward, keeping the ear over the middle of the foot.
Okay, so for the hollow rock, if I'm just laying on the ground, which feels really good right now, if I slide my hand underneath my low back, there's this, your natural lumbar curve, you should be able to slide your hand underneath. When we go into what's called a hollow body position, smash my feet together, point my toes, hands are overhead, I've eliminated that lumbar curve. And from here, I'm simply rocking back and forth 5 times, teetering on my lumbar and mid-back. So what we're looking for is you to maintain this position as we rock. Common error I see is folks start to kick up and they lose that rigid position. So think about once you find this solid position, don't let your body break out of it for those reps. So if you have to, you can even go a set of 2, a set of 3, maybe 2, 2, 1, whatever you need to do to work on keeping that solid form. And then moving on to dips. Got a handy dandy office chair here. This works great and you can scale it down a few different ways. So option 1, I'm going to brace it against something rigid, so I kind of a garage door here. So my elbows are going back. I'm working as deep as I can. My goal is about 90 degrees with the arms. So I'm working this position here. So I'm going to go 5 reps. Try and take the weight in your arms and don't let your feet drive you up too much. If you want a little bit more, you can use a desk or even another chair. I can put my feet up on this, still having something to brace it on. I can put my feet up here. It's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I still get that full range of motion, working to about 90 degrees and as best I can, shooting my elbows back. If you have a chair with handles that extend more, that can be a great option. You can use a box. If you have full paper boxes, they're going to support your weight. A desk works as well if you have a lower desk that's going to support you, but I think around the office, a chair is a great item to use. So again, our workout, 3-minute jumping jacks, our warm up, 3 minutes of jumping jacks, 15 squat therapy reps, take your time on those, and then 3 rounds of 5 reps of hollow rocks and dips. That's your warm up, then we move on to our workout. Enjoy.